Late freezes and cool temperatures this spring provided a challenge for groundskeepers at Honor Heights Park in Muskogee. But their diligent work has produced a vibrant display of azaleas for this last week of the annual Azalea Festival. The national attraction has been drawing visitors to the park for nearly 50 years.
Azaleas are special because of the multitude of colors and their, the size of the plant. So when they're in bloom, they can be spectacular. And it's unique for Oklahoma to have azaleas in the quantities that we've had here over the years. But they are difficult to grow, so that makes them special too. If people don't grow them in their own yard, they want to come here and see them. But it's challenging for us. We've had some really horrific summers and winters this past, and we just really having a difficult time trying to keep the azaleas alive and growing well. We don't worry about the late freezes. We always get the calls, did the late freeze hurt? Well, yeah, it hurt, but we have a lot of plants and a lot of diversity out in the park now, so people that come can enjoy all the various plants that are in the park. 50 years ago, there were actually some nurseries in the community that were growing azaleas. The park superintendent, park director at the time, his name's Art Johnson. He worked in finding a way to grow those azaleas. They were being grown as a floral plant, and he figured out how to grow them as a landscape plant. With success, it was almost kind of a coincidence. The coincidence was that those growers were here providing those plants to him, either free or cheap. And there was a nut factory in town that was discarding pecan hulls and giving those to him for free. So he would compost those pecan hulls and bring them out here and grow azaleas in them. And it was a natural process. Well, everybody knows now that pecan hulls are a good source of acidity for azalea plants, but you can hardly afford to buy pecan hulls. He had a waste product that he used to have this huge success, and now we can hardly afford to buy pecan hulls. But we do. We spend the money to mulch these azalea plants in with pecan hulls. So that's kind of the story about how they got here. It's hard to tell because they're just now coming out. So we see some damage from the winter, and we know we had damage from the late freeze. But a lot of these plants are just now beginning to bloom out, and I think overall we're going to have a nice show. This coming weekend will probably be one of the peak weekends for the azalea bloom. People that have been here in a few years and come in the next year or two will see a lot of changes to Honor Heights Park that everybody's really going to enjoy. So we're thankful for the foundation and the commitment to Honor Heights Park. It's a unique, historically significant park to the community and the region, and the things that we're going to be able to do in the next few years will help all those that come to visit enjoy Honor Heights Park.